When footsteps fall in eldritch hollows, and spectres flee into the shadows, that is the time when horror's heroes abound, culling the ghouls that go bump in the night.
We all go a little mad sometimes. Haven't you? always gonna matter someplace. I hate to even think about it.
He's alive! He's alive!
Hey, what's up, everybody? From the heart of Lovecraft Country and the birthplace of American religious liberty, my name is Shanthan Jetty. You're watching Shanthan Jetty Art. We're back again for another episode of Pete's Alive Thursdays here at 10 o'clock. God willing and the creek don't rise. We got to see who we've got here. We've got Apex Comics I just saw pop right in. We've got channel member Headless Bourgeoisie. We've got John in the house. It's great to see him. Volume is a little low again. All right, hang on. Let's move it on up and let me see if we can make this happen. Hang on a second. Yeah, the volume is a troublemaker. We got to see what's up with it. Input volume, output volume. Oh, that explains a few things. How is this? Is this a little bit better? It looks like it got moved on down. Let me know in the chat if we're doing better now. All right, let's see. We're going to see in a second when I come back in here. It is great to see all of you guys. It has been an absolutely nutty week. Let me see if I can do... I don't know what I can do with this thing. I've been painting. I've been doing a lot of crazy stuff. I've been cleaning the studio, which is nuts. Let me see. We got Emo Trash here. It's good to see you, Emo Trash. Let me see who else I've got here. We've got Scottsley here, OG from way back. Mark's Music Obsession, always taking care of my audio. He knows what's up, man. Channel member, and again, man, he's getting BOG, folks. Headless Bourgeoisie is here. Let me see who else I've got. Terry1111. It is great to see you, Terry. And let me see. He's trying to read this boy, and he can't figure it out. Let me see here. Amoral Fat 40 ounce. It's great to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. And let me see. Tammy D in the house, up early. It's good to see you, channel member Tammy D. And, of course, Lord Hinson, Comic Skater. It's great to see you, as well as Bear Knight. Got some crazy channel members here today, guys. We are going to be looking at a movie. I don't know how this is going to go, guys. I don't know how this is going to go. But I want to do a couple of things real quick here before we start. First of all, I tweaked the trailer on SPRINGBALL a little bit, so that campaign has crossed $20,000. The link for the campaign is in the description, guys. Everybody has really been coming out in force to support this, so I really do appreciate you guys. SPRINGBALL's a beautiful book. I was working on it God, I feel like I've been working on everything all day. I had one of those days today where I was like, okay, I got to get ready for my stream, and I went upstairs, and I started getting ready for bed, and my wife goes, "What are you doing?" And I went, "Oh yeah, like there's not enough sleep happening here. We're going to get there. We are going to get there." Yeah, oh my gosh. 19 months member now, almost 20. Mark, congratulations, man. I'm so excited. Yes, I know. I was thinking the you can't think of it any other way when you see that. It's got to be a little bit of Rob Zombie, man. That's how it goes. And Nosfero as well is getting some more backers now. That book is beautiful. I cannot wait for these books to come out there. But I was working on not even just an idea. I'm working on a cover option for SPRINGBALL right now that I came up with, and I went, why didn't I come up with this sooner? You'll get it when you see it. It'll make sense. And then the other thing I was doing today is I was working on pages 3, and I know this won't make much sense, but I was working on a page where if you've got the original edition of the book, and it is, the story of that time. And it's very much, and if you haven't got the original book, by the way, there is a edition of this book that I'm going to be reprinting of the original book. It's not going to be the exact same book because it's different. It's going to be more like kind of the archive edition of it. And so you can compare, because a lot of people were asking me, hey, I'd love to get a hold of that so I can put the two books next to each other and see what you changed, which is going to be quite a shock because I've changed everything. But what's interesting is that the story needed to both get... Caleb Reynolds, how are you doing, Caleb? It's great to see you, man. Hail! And how are you doing? Hail to CG indeed. The way that it is... the way that the story is set up, it both is getting more localized, where I have a very clear idea of what this city is, what the city of Kingsport is, which I did not have as fleshed out as I do now for this new SPRINGBALL, this new imagining of the story. And then the other aspect of it is the world of SPRINGBALL got more expansive. So I'm really tying it into the Evil Dead Lovecraft thing. So think of it like this. You're starting out with a superhero story. He's going through the city to fight crime. And just imagine this. This is what I mean when I say it's Spider-Man meets the Evil Dead. He's going through crime, and all of a sudden, he comes upon the Necronomicon Ex Mortis. Like, just imagine that for a scenario. So all of a sudden, you've got a superhero dealing with this otherworldly stuff that's trickling into his world, and it flips everything on its head. And that's what the first issue of Springball does. And the tagline now, because I feel like everybody kind of has a sense of it right now, and I want to get it out there, is a nod to what you are going to learn by issue 3 about Springball. And it says, they wanted to create a crash test dummy. Instead, they created an unstoppable hero. And that's all you really got to know about Springball and his origins. So it's going to be so cool, guys. The book looks beautiful. I'm getting so detailed on this artwork that I have to zoom out sometimes and go, okay, no one's going to see that, Sean. Like, that's too much detail right there. And I was showing my brother, Rocky, who, if you haven't subscribed to his channel, check it out. He's a great guy. Just love this kid. He's my brother for 30 years. But all this cool stuff is going on. And right now, I just feel so grateful to Comicsgate, and I feel so grateful for all the folks supporting the book and folks that I can talk to and who have gone out of their way and to just, I don't know, it's crazy. I never thought I would be doing Springball again, but I certainly never thought that, that I was going to take this leap of faith, walk outside of, the world of teaching, and go full into this world that I've been in since I was 17 when I did my first professional comic book job on an indie book named Threshers. And it's like from working on a couple of issues of Starship Troopers, from working on the Flash Gordon 75th anniversary, and then just doing a ton of concept art, ton of different concept art stuff. And actually, hang on a second. We'll wait and see if there's some ones in the chat. So I found a sketchbook. I haven't found the other one. I don't know where the heck that is, but I found a sketchbook that has some of my sketches for DreamWorks Consumer Products that I did for a guy who hired me to do it, that was there to help them build out what they were going to do for their pitch for licensing for How to Train Your Dragon. So before the movie came out in 2009, ages ago, I got all of the concept art sent to me that is now, most of it's in the art book. They sent me a giant folder and disc of it. Do you guys want me to go grab that? And you guys can see some of the stuff I was doing in 2009 when I was working for DreamWorks Consumer Products. Let me know. I'd be happy to go grab it. It's in the next room. Alpha Channel, it's great to see you, channel member. How are you doing, Alpha Channel? Great to have you here. But if you put some ones in the chat, I will absolutely go and grab that. It's just in the next room. But I've been cleaning out the office and just sort of getting things together. This may not look that different, but it is very, very different. And, I've just cleared up all this floor space for myself, which was a nightmare. And I also just opened up this area of my desk so I can get in and out. Okay, I see a couple of ones. All right, I'm going to grab it. Just hang here for a sec, guys. All right, let's see how this goes. So, in 2009, let's see. So I would have had... Gosh, my kids would have probably been about 4 years old at that point. But in 2009, it was probably sooner than that. I met a gentleman who has had a long career working for Hasbro and Mattel. We actually art directed a pitch in a world they were trying to develop over at Mattel. So I've worked for Hasbro, Mattel, and all that stuff, doing concept art. And so we had gotten to be friends, and then they were doing this movie called Monsters vs. Aliens. And because of his extensive background in toy production and his long-term, he was with Kenner early in his career, then he went to Hasbro, and he's worked for just about everybody. Worked on DreamWorks, worked on tons of projects. He had gotten to know me and some of the character design things I was doing in my art, and he asked me if I wanted to work on Aliens versus Monsters. And I'm like, of course, like, what a dream. I can't find that sketchbook, but I know I still have it somewhere. But then after that, he said, so they liked your stuff for Aliens versus Monsters. Would you like to do a couple of sketches for How to Train Your Dragon? Now, this is my work from 2009, so take it with a grain of salt. But what they were doing is they were sending us all this concept art, and then you had to kind of find your way into the style. Which at that point, Chris Sanders had just been brought on to direct. The script had been completely reworked based on a lot of the work my friend was doing, who had brought me into the project. And here's a little bit of behind the scenes stuff. Hey, Timmy Mello, my brother's here. It's good to see you, man. A lot of behind the scenes stuff, but I'll tell you this one bit that was really cool and would explain something about How to Train Your Dragon that you wouldn't know if you didn't work on the project, and if you weren't, seeing this stuff, because it's amazing how it works. They were having trouble getting people to this. I know this sounds crazy now, but they were having trouble getting people to want to license products from it, because it's a risky venture. It's a new property. Can we sell toys of this? And that was what was a part of Chris Sanders and all those guys being brought in, as far as I remember, if I'm getting the details right. But this detail isn't wrong at all, because I know it's the case. So once they came in and reworked it, and they had what you now know is How to Train Your Dragon, which is very different than the books, they were able to bring it to Walmart, pitch it to Walmart, and Walmart said, we're going to buy you guys out. We want exclusive rights to How to Train Your Dragon for this first movie. Only the stuff is only going to be in Walmart. And with that one thing, that because of the amazing work everybody did on that project, and certainly my friend Kevin, that movie was in the black before it released, and then it also turned out to be a big hit. So the reason you didn't see a lot of How to Train Your Dragon merchandise anywhere, and it was exclusively at Walmart, is because Walmart paid for that, and that was all due to the retooling of that movie and making it into something cool. So there you go. There's a little bit of a behind the scenes there on some of the stuff I do. So here's an example of my first sketch for it. So this was a dragon where I was trying to figure out how to do some of the Chris Sanders stuff with some of the Nico Marley stuff. And with this design, the idea was they wanted us to create things that would make, good toys, would make great characters, and so they had to have power. So I was kind of doing a flying squirrel version of a character, and so that's what I was working on right there. And it was just a blast to do. And I was working in not sort of a blue paint. And then I kind of try to push things a little bit further out there, and it always takes you a while to get in the groove on a project. It always is going to take you a while. And this was another one where I kind of went out there and I kind of pushed things. And so this one was like an underwater sort of dragon that had these sort of hooks, and it was based on like an angler fish. So it had this kind of glowing tongue, and it was, this kind of like seahorse looking crazy thing. And that was sort of the first two I did. And then my art director came back and he said, I want you to lean more into some of these particular designs that I think Nico Marley was doing. And so I'm going to show you my first version of it, which I still love. And then my second version after I got notes from my buddy who's an art director. So this was a dragon design I did, which is where you could tell where I really started to feel comfortable and got the style a little bit more with this. So this dragon right here is called Sawtooth. And so the idea was he would just have this saw bill, and I thought it could be really cool. And I was already leaning into some of the stuff I was seeing design-wise, but I really kind of had a breakthrough with it. And then he had a tail that also had the kind of saw thing on it. And my buddy Kevin said, okay, cool. I want you to push the cartooniness of it. So when I sent him that image, he sketched into it and pushed it really goofy cartoony. He goes, now rein it back in. And so make it more cartoony. But look at the stuff that I did, because that's a big thing that happens when you do concept art. So here is the more zany, pushed, cartoony version of it. And so this is me printing out his digital sketch onto this paper, and then I just sort of taped it into the sketchbook as kind of like an overlay. And so these are the kinds of things you'll do when you're doing concept art. So whatever I do is just trying to figure out what that style is that the person wanted. So this right here is very much one of my favorite designs to kind of come out of that project. And then I kept thinking about the idea of the underwater dragon, and I wasn't happy because it was just too jumbled, the first design I did. And one of the things that I did, more whimsy, Mark. You're absolutely right. Hail, Mark. And again, I didn't put you on screen yet, but hail, my brother Timmy Mello is here. Let me see who else I got. Where are my channel members? Make sure I've got to be Alpha Channel. It's great to see all of you guys here. So that was one of those things that I was like, okay. So I came back to this one, and I made a nod to one of my favorite designs of all time by Harper Goff. Unbelievable Imagineer, Disney animator, all-around amazing guy, who designed the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea Nautilus. So I designed this, was my second take at the underwater dragon. And this thing was a blast to do with all of the kind of cool patterns on it and then all of the texture. But I also made it so it has these weird sort of fins, and that you could see that if it spun around, they would fling out and turn into a propeller. And so it's got this gigantic tail, these tiny little legs, and it was almost like a crazy nautilus eel. And it was so much fun to do that kind of stuff. But I know I haven't shown you guys this stuff, the kind of stuff I do, and like what the... Oh my god. Yeah. Funny, on that note, what the range in my style is. So here's an example, right, of when someone would ask me, what's the range on your style? What can you do stylistically? And so I had a bunch of students who were talking to me about, at the time, like various anime and manga, and they were saying, do you think you could concept in your style to do that kind of thing? And I thought, I don't know. I've never done this. I've not seen this sketch in ages, but would you guys want to see this thing? This is what I do for a break in between jobs to kind of push myself concept design-wise. So this right here is a design sketch that I did just to kind of push stylistically. In fact, I think this might have been something that we were considering for the Mattel job, but I can't remember. So this right here is a look at the kind of range that you want to be able to have. And this is gouache and ink on the same watercolor sketch paper of these Holbein books. So if you guys are curious, you know, what goes into all of this stuff and stylistically what I do, it is some crazy, crazy, crazy fun stuff. And I was playing around with, what if he had these like rocket wheel feet with the jets that would flip up, and he would go crazy. And then I made the sword almost like a blender so it could spin, you know, like it was. And so I was just messing around with just how I could do it. And then, of course, I wanted to come up with another character, and she unfortunately is not very well resolved and not really well sorted. Yeesh. But anyway, so this was the other character experiment I did. And she was like an idea for another warrior from that world. And what I did is I did this creepy thing where it's a forked tongue snake made out of tech. And it looks like its tongue, it's like her head is in its mouth. And so I was playing around with this kind of really crazy, you know, badass sort of warrior. And I was trying to figure out what she would do. I never really figured out exactly where she would go. But again, that's just the kind of stuff that when you're doing... Oh, what the hell? Guys, I swear. This is... I've only given away one sketchbook to one of my favorite students, my concept artist students. And he has that one. But I'm always amazed at what's in one of my sketchbooks. Wow. I had not seen this sketch and did not know where it is. So this is something that ended up being a little bit of a part of the world of Nosfero, believe it or not. Wow. This is my design for a Lovecraftian outer god. And I had completely forgotten this was in this sketchbook. Look at that. Just crazy detail on this sketch. I was working with gold paint and all sorts of crazy stuff. Just trying to figure out like what this crazy gigantic monster would be. And so that's the kind of stuff, guys. When you back Nosfero and when you back Springball and you back it, you're backing that sort of world of imagination that I think comics are so brilliant at bringing about. And again, the thing for me that inspires me about Comicsgate more than anything. Oh, you're totally right about that, man. Yeah, I absolutely love that the robot from Metropolis is just fantastic. She was called Hell, I think, in the German version, and Maria in the American version, I think. I'm not sure. Thank you, guys. I do appreciate it. But that's the whole thing about My Jokes Are Racist Alpha channel. Yeah, it's one of those things where you got to kind of push things when you're trying to come up with a sketch. And so what's so inspiring about the working in concept art and working around artists there is the same thing that's inspiring to me about working in Comicsgate. You're around a bunch of people who can really throw down. You're around a lot of people who are incredibly creative. And one of the things that I've been playing around with is a sketch because I just like the world. and I'm still trying to figure out what exactly it is the world that Shane Davis has created in Inglorious Rex. I'll see if I can get some light on this. I don't know if it's going to work, though. Sorry, guys. No, that's worse than it was before. That was terrible. But, so I'm working on this sketch right here in my sketchbook of one of the Vile, if you know the story well. And that is one of his kaiju fighters right there. So 232. And then I'm going to also have Razor inside of the mouth of this prodigious, crazy, multi-eyed monster that are the kind of things that you can expect to see in Inglorious Rex. So it always comes down to drawing and making art, and we're going to see some outstanding stuff today. And I don't know if they're going to stop the stream. You never know. It says it's in the public domain, but you never know. So what I'm going to try to do, and is we're just going to do what we do, and if we'll see how it goes, right? Worst case scenario, we get out of here early. Best case scenario, we see some really cool art, and see some really cool movies. But that's the thing I would say to anybody who is interested in working in art, period, is you got to push yourself farther than you think you can, and you've got to write, you've got to, bring all of your imagination to the table, and that's what it's like. It's just constant working, and trying to develop things. And I know that Springball is going to be, like Nosfero, like a tour de force of imagination, and that's what it really is that excites me in the morning. And if I have a page in one of my books that I don't like, it eats at me until I fix it. And I don't mean fix it in the sense of minute sort of things. I mean, I have to solve it. It has to feel like every page is valuable, and every page is handcrafted for you guys to entertain you. So if you have not checked out Springball and backed it yet, the link is in the description. Nosfero is in the description as well. Second chance, and I'm not going to be coming back to this book for a while for a campaign. The next campaign for Nosfero, God knows when that will be Death Will Die, and I can't wait for that. So one campaign I want to make sure I drew your attention to. In the chat, and I played the trailer before. I'm going to play the trailer one more time now that we got a few people here, is a trailer for my friend Anna, who has got a incredible book that she's doing. She has spent the last couple of years basically doing portraits of people's eyes, and it's the Eye Project, and it's very much something that she wanted to set out to do, both to hone her facility, but because she was fascinated by the stuff. She's an oil painter. She does really great work. And so she's got this book right now that's on Indiegogo. And I don't know how many backers it has right now. Last time I looked, I think it has 50. But if anybody likes the idea of having a gift-sized book, and it's that kind, it's to the size of the paintings. And it's just a beautiful reflection of just the full range of different types of windows to the soul that we have when we look at people. And as a painter, and watching her evolution on that stuff, I couldn't be more proud of her and how great it is. So, I love seeing a fellow painter putting an art book out there. And an art book is a tough thing to put out there. Before I was ever in Comicsgate, you guys know this. Well, I was in Comicsgate, but I wasn't doing comic books. So I was on Indiegogo and using my audience to try to grow, what I was doing so I could put out art books. Without Comicsgate, I was able to fund 2 art books, or without our audience. And it's very, very hard to do. And so I always tell people art books are really tricky, but if it wasn't for Comicsgate and me backing Comicsgate books, starting in 2018, right at the start there, I would never have done these art books. I wouldn't have done them on Indiegogo if it wasn't for what happened to John Malin and your boy Zach. And it's just how far back I go with this stuff. And I think it was telling Ethan about these art books that was my first time reaching out to him and saying, hey man, you inspired me to do this stuff. And one thing led to another, and here we are, and that's just how the world goes, I don't know whose plan this is, but it's not mine, so I'm just going with it. So if you could do me a favor and check out her book and back it, it could use a little love and support, because I think art books are sometimes tough for people to see. And it's just one of those things, man, and it's craziness, And I've got, as you guys know, John is just... I don't even it's crazy to think about, man, but it's like John, obviously got a character named for him in Nosfero, but he's been just an ardent promoter of Springball. Like that guy, nobody could do more than he's done for Springball, for promoting this book. Nobody. I mean, he just went nuts and really launched that campaign off to a great start. Shane has, Ethan's brought it up a bunch of times on his channel, and other people as well. Mandy, there's been some terrific folks out there, and I'm very grateful. And all of you guys who've backed the book, all of you guys I appreciate. So let me do myself this, if you'll allow me to play this trailer one more time. I just made a trailer for Anna. It's nothing, I just think it captures her artwork really well. She shared some art with me and stuff, so I was able to get a high resolution of it. So here you guys go. Take a look at this book if you get a chance, then we'll go straight into the movie as soon as I wrap this up. There we go, guys. So the link is in the description. Check it out, my friends, and let's get a look at this movie. White Zombie from 1932 here on Pizza Live. This movie is absolutely bonkers, but it's got all of the pre-code 1930 stuff. It may get diaphanous up in here, guys. There might be a diaphanous nightgown. Yeah, I can't believe it's been 4 years either, John. It's incredible. That's a lot of discipline. I think when she started that project, I don't think she was married, and I don't think she was a mom, which she's a new mom, of course. All the more reason to back a book, I think, is because I remember what that was like in terms of diapers are expensive, as you know. But it's one of those things where it's like you look at this movie, you know there's going to be diaphanous nightgowns, you know there's going to be crazy, but this is a wild movie. Again, I have been told it's in the public domain. We don't know what the YouTube gods will do, so we're going to do our best. And we've got it ready on the projector, and I only can hope that the pizza is hot and ready for us. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, oh gosh, I gotta tell you this right now, man. I love that band too, by the way. I got a chance to see at the Peabody Essex Museum in Salem, Massachusetts, so the Salem Witch Trial, Salem, Massachusetts. I got to see the original costume, one of the original costumes that Bela Lugosi, Dracula, the Dracula from 1931, wore for this movie, and a lifelike sculpture of him that was done by Mike Hill was wearing this costume. So I got to be around a piece of cinema history. It was incredible. So let's do this, guys. Let's see if the pizza's hot, and let's take a look at White Zombie. Let's do this thing. Here we go. United Artists. Love it. And now this is 1932. So this is before. Look at that. Oh. Hand-painted type. Gorgeous. They say Mac. You know it. So look at these beautiful credits. Beautiful credits. Crazy. Jack Pierce, of course, doing makeup, art and technical. He designed Boris Karloff's Frankenstein. Bela Lugosi, Madge Bellamy, Joseph Cawthorn, Robert Fraser, John Heron, Brandon Hurst, and I missed the last one. But yeah, guys, lots of actors in this. Wild premise for a movie. And just great stuff. Look at that. I mean, look at that. That's how I want to letter things when I'm doing stuff. When I'm working on Springball or Nosfero, I always think about that. Look at this. I know how you feel, Emo. Yeah, more. I don't know if it has more twists than the last movie. That was a lot of twists. That movie was bonkers, and I loved it. But this is what my mind sort of pictures visually when I'm thinking about this stuff. So they're in the land of voodoo.
In the road?
Wow. So this isn't George A. Romero. He hasn't come around yet. We may be watching George A. Romero next week.
It's a funeral themselves. They're afraid of the men who steal dead bodies. So they dig the grave in the middle of the road.
Isn't this amazing?
Pass all of the
The
time.
visuals are so cool. So yeah, next week we need to do George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead. So a zombie movie from before zombies were what we know of them now.
Well,
And then
that's a cheerful
zombies where they
introduction
began
to
as we know
our
them now. Craziness. Unreal. I mean, that's got this kind of Sleepy Hollow vibe to it when you're looking down that pathway. And then look at this overlay. Beautiful. Look at Bela Lugosi's eyes. I mean, what are you going to do? I hear you, John. Yep. Look at his... Bela Lugosi has such a singular look to him. Incredible.
You know where is the house of Monsieur Beaumont?
Beautiful. Oh my gosh, Nomad Damon, it's great to see you, man. I'm gonna have to play a super chat once this movie is over, otherwise it'll get out of sync. But hail and thank you. Good evening, Shoff. Good evening to you, Nomad Damon. Stick around for your cheerleaders at the end of this flick. God bless you. Every bit counts. Thank you so much. And then look, oh gosh, look at the, oh dear God. Sorry. Those look like some ghouls. Zombies! And hail, Nomad Damon. Great to see you, my friend. Great to see you here. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. The cemetery going right up there. That is awesome. And then look. Uh-oh, he's got a little piece of her garment. That never goes well. Oh, Darth Gutierrez, it's great to see you. Hail, man. How are you doing? Yeah, trim that eyebrow a little bit, Bela. I hear you. Everybody saying hello to Nomad Damon. Great to see you. And my man, Cranberry Landers, OG channel member. It's great to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. He's got the longtime channel member Springball icon in front of his name. Respect, man. Respect. Look at this. Look at this locale. I want to see movies where I get transported more and more. Do you know what I mean? Take me somewhere interesting. And don't let it all be CGI. I think YouTube is really capitalized on that.
Why did you drive like that? You
Unbelievable.
We might have been killed. Worse than that, monsieur. We might have been caught. Caught?
That's true.
By whom? Those men you spoke to?
Mr. Monkey Boy, great to see you,
They are
brother.
not men, monsieur.
Timmy Mello saying
They
hello.
are dead bodies. Dead.
And guys,
Yes.
the pizza's hot. Reach into the screen and
Some
grab yourself a slice if you're hungry. It's
living
whatever pizza
dead.
you want it to be. It's magical pizza.
Corpses taken from that grave.
Lord Henson,
Well,
Comic
made to
Skater,
work.
saying what up to Cranberry Landers. Let's see, Emo Trash, hope you shop vintage stores for your clothes. Nomad David saying, hey, Cranberry Langers and John. Look, everybody saying hello. Terry, good to see you.
Here they come.
Look at this, guys. Again, it shows you how far back this stuff goes. You know, you see those figures on the hill, and you start thinking, Night of the Living Dead, man. That's what it is. Bear Night, what's up? Homemade pizza on flatbread. 2 kinds of Remy Mozzarella. Absolutely right, man. Oh, beautiful. Back! Says Lord Henson, Comic Skater. I love it, man.
Excuse me, please.
I love
Have you
these
got a
character actors.
Did
Beautiful.
I frighten you? I'm sorry. I'm ugly
Yeah.
enough, I suppose. No, it wasn't you. Something happened back on the road there.
I love that classic look of the women back then. I haven't done a period piece from this time, but if I do, that's the look I'd go for. Really cool. Hey, what's up, Comrade Sammy? How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, now that is a... Oh, man.
Surely you don't believe it.
Don't get
do
me
you?
started on that.
No.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Terry,
Katie
my
is full of
I
nonsense.
used to be a smoker. Used to smoke cigarettes.
They're always mixed
I don't
up
think
with
you ever
a lot
get
of
past that
mystery.
addiction. I
Turn
think you
your
just have to
haircut.
fight it off. But
I've been a missionary
I was
here
saying to
for
my wife, I go, what about a
over
pipe?
30
And she's
years,
like,
and at times, I don't know what to do.
yeah, I'm going to get myself in trouble, man.
Come, let's
But yeah,
go
that's a
inside.
great pipe.
Yes. Well, come then.
She's like, well, Eric Weathers has one. I said, like, Eric Weathers has one. She's like, if Eric Weathers drew a comic book, would you? Yes. Yes, I would.
Mr. Beaumont,
That's how it goes.
You're expected, Dr. Bruner.
That's right. Ninja in the chat.
sent for it to
Comrade
marry
Sammy.
someone.
Mon ami. That is a great pipe, and that is a great like set design, and you're gonna see soon, if you're a fan of the 1931 Dracula sets and that kind of scope, and even the silent movies, like when we looked at Phantom of the Opera, this has got some great matte painting set extensions. You know what I mean? Just great stuff. They're saying hello, hello, hello. Classic look, absolutely right. Zombies, huh? Let's go indeed.
Coming from New York.
No one ever
He was
really
very
quits.
kind during the voyage.
Amen.
Oh,
Quitters
Madeline,
never
I
win.
planned to be married the moment she arrived. But
I plan
Mr.
to be
Beaumont
married the
persuaded us
moment
to
she
come
arrives.
here.
There you go.
He promised to take me out of the bank at Port-au-Prince and send me to New York as his agent.
Yeah. If you like real matte paintings and the classic film lighting, look up the work of Peter Ellenshaw.
I'll tell Mr. Beaumont you're
Peter,
here.
spelled as you'd imagine. Ellenshaw, I think it's Elinshaw. He was the matte painting for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, but his matte paintings go all the way back
It's
to the
all right,
golden age
isn't
of
it, Doctor?
Hollywood. Just a genius of painting on
Yes,
glass.
all right.
Incredible.
See,
Lurch,
I've only met
100%
Mr.
Lurch.
Beaumont once or twice.
Amen.
But
Hey, what's up, Son of Liberty Radio? How you doing? Rewind to the beginning. I just got here. I know, Son of Liberty Radio. We're watching White Zombie, Son of Liberty Radio. Have you ever seen it before? I know some of you guys have, but it's been lovingly restored and preserved, thank God. I own it on Blu-ray, because I own almost all these movies on Blu-ray. Public domain, I always want a physical copy. If you've been a long-time follower of this channel, let me see if I can grab this here. You know that we've watched this movie, The Screaming Skull, which is in the public domain, and here is my Blu-ray for it. I love movies. I love movies, yep. Peter Ellenshaw, you will love the work. There's a book on him called Ellenshaw Under Glass, I think it is, about his work.
waiting in the reception hall. Show them to their room.
Yeah, this guy's a little bit, I don't know what to make of him.
No, wait. Perhaps I'd better see them. It might look odd if I did.
Hey, Son of Liberty Radio,
Very
indeed.
odd, sir.
You're saying hello, hello.
Especially as Dr. Bruner is a trifle skeptical as to your motives, sir. Never mind my motives. Has that other person sent word yet? No, sir, not yet.
Incredible. How's your father? Good evening. How are you doing, my friend? Great to
24
see
hours
you.
late.
How's your father? Is
I wish
another
you'd keep
OG.
away from
Love it.
that man, sir.
Look
He'll
at
make
that.
trouble for you. You needn't worry about that. I'm not afraid of him. I'm not easily frightened.
Now,
sir.
I can tell
You
in
should
this
know that.
restoration,
But what you're planning is dangerous.
this
Don't
was
you suppose
edited
I
out,
know
I
that,
bet,
Silver? You don't seem
and
to
they had a
realize
bad
what this
source
girl
for
means
it,
to me.
because the resolution
I'd
just dropped
sacrifice
through the
anything I
floor
have
in
in the
terms of
world
middle
for her.
values. Really nice.
Nothing matters if I can't have her.
There you go. Tale as old as time, as they say. Dang. Yeah, those are absolutely some pants, man.
I think you
Those are
like
some
him.
riding pants, I think, is what
most
that's
people
for. Thunderkiss 65. There you go.
Madeline,
I was
I'm
digging
delighted to see you.
the fit, but those trousers are a
You're
crime.
more
There
than
you
welcome.
go.
Thank you, sir. Doctor,
The shame of not having the Springball logo. I know. I gotta have it.
Not
Yep.
at all. There's a native family living.
gotta have that as an
I've
option.
been trying to see for a long time.
Oh, so many
After
cool things.
this young couple are safely married, I leave. But surely you'll stay for dinner after the ceremony.
Cranberry, I'll put those on the
No, I
list.
must run along. Well, that's
I
a great
absolutely will
pity.
put those on the
We have
list. I'm
something
looking for
very
stuff.
special prepared for this
So that's
occasion.
great. As long as there's nothing too objectionable in it,
It was
I
very
think I can
good
get
of you,
away with
Madeline,
showing
to
it.
humor
So
the whim of a lonely man.
that's a great idea.
There
Thank
was
you,
so
sir.
little time to prepare.
You know how it goes.
I couldn't
You got
do
it.
half the things I want to do for you.
You've done more than enough already, Mr. Beaumont, for a comparative giving Neil a position in the state.
Wow.
Yes, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, of course. I'm sure Neil will make a very good agent. But you must
She's
be
wearing
tired
that dress
after
like
a
she's
drive.
doing it a favor,
You get
as
the
they
press.
say.
Silver.
Darth Gutierrez says, at John Hale, an
Silver
evening,
will show
sir.
you to your rooms. This
They're
way,
PG. I figured as much, Cranberry Landers. I know you know. Oh, look at all this stuff. Dang. That's the stuff I like. Give me some staircases and some wide shots. Let's see if we get a set extension at some point. You know, you've got the crest on the wall with the two swords on it. Just great stuff. Hey, Tari, how you doing, brother? It's great to see you, man. How you been? That's awesome. You know, tall windows, all that stuff is great, you know. Do people even wear pants like that anymore? I think when they ride, if people who play polo wear pants like that. I'm fairly certain that that's still what people wear when they play polo. I don't know. I, as you may have guessed, have never played polo before. Not even water polo, so that's something. Yep, my flavor of woman indeed, Mark's music obsession. Absolutely right. He keeps it classic. Just people you would think... oh, sorry, let me see here. Just people you would think she is inhuman. In fact, they have half of their brains working. That's right. Their comedies... Oh, very cool. By the way, you didn't treat them... oh, you didn't treat them as serious flicks. Gotcha. Pizza equals gone. Amen. Yeah, you got to get that pizza, man. You got to get it. That's what it is. I agree, Sean. Those wide shots are always good. Yeah, look at this, guys. Boy, Darth Gutierrez, perfect timing. Perfect timing on that chat. You couldn't have called it better. Mist, get me some fog machines outside. Do you know what I mean? Get me some fog machines. Great creepy audio. All of that stuff. Wild. Not, beautiful lighting. Look at them filming in telephoto, so or filming with a lens that captures from foreground to background and then going through the figures. Filmmaking was really getting inventive. Look at this. Wow. Really? No kidding. Dang, that's awesome. Look at this. It's like the Conan Wheel of Pain before the Conan Wheel of Pain. Beautiful lighting. Wow. That is cool. For 1932 filming, this isn't bad at all, in my opinion. Agreed, Darth Gutierrez. Absolutely. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. He's got this kind of like splint on his leg there. Wow. And everybody's face kind of comes into light and shadow as they round this shot, and it beautifully frames him in there. Look at that. Just great. Let me see here if I get this right. Just people you would think are inhuman in that they have their brains working, yeah. Their comedies, by the way, you don't treat them as serious flicks. Gotcha. Yep. Come, dinner is ready. Indeed. Absolutely, Timmy. And again, the pizza's hot, guys. Grab yourself a slice. That guy doesn't look like a zombie.
Delighted to see you again,
God.
Monsieur Beaumont.
Love that. Okay. There you go. Look at that face. Look at that shot. Awesome. Yep. The Foley artist got the mic right into that grinding noise. They sure did. And look at there. See, again, we're filming through things. This is very cool. These are great shots, guys. If you're studying composition for comics or illustration or film, this stuff is crazy. Yeah, the sounds and noises are loud, but it is natural aesthetic, beautiful. I agree with you. Absolutely right.
They are not worried about long hours.
Look at the set decoration.
Use of men like mine on your plantation. No. That's not what I want.
Huh.
Then perhaps you wish to talk about the young lady who came to your house to see.
Agreed, Terry. Isn't that wild
Seen her?
to see him?
When? The roast tonight.
Look at the jaguar head on the table, too. Wild. And he's got a little bit of that woman's, the lead actress's wardrobe.
There was a young man. They're to be married tonight. You've waited too long to do anything.
Uh-oh.
What do you want me to do? If she were to disappear for a month.
Look at the, I mean, guys.
What do you hope to
Do you
gain?
see how the light is cutting across the background and then it's hitting his face similarly? That is just absolutely fantastic.
Just give me a month.
Beautiful stuff.
One little month.
Yeah, the jaguar head
Not in a
is
month.
a cup holder or it's an
Not even a year.
inkwell or it's crazy how that stuff works. Isn't that wild? Favorite character in the movie, Sean?
Sure I.
Gotta say, yeah, I mean, if I've got a choice between Bela Lugosi and anybody outside of Boris Karloff, I'm going with Bela Lugosi. Karloff is
They're to be
still my
married within
favorite.
an hour.
You know,
They're
Karloff's the
nothing
man.
to wait.
And I would actually buy, I do collect horror, you know, action figures and things like that. I would buy a Bela Lugosi in a New York Minute as this character from White Zombie. Great character.
Right.
Yeah, 2 counts, having a riveting discussion together. Absolutely right, man.
Oh.
Absolutely right. I have a clean copy of The Most Dangerous Game. Sean, we watched that. I think we watched that on this channel, too. It is really good. Really good. That movie is absolutely outstanding. And what, Son of Liberty Radio, what was the name of the lead actor, the man who puts on the hunts in that movie? Because he's also in The Man Who Knew Too Much with Peter Lorre, the original black and white version of it. Not the one with Jimmy Stewart, but the one with he was the father in that movie. I forget the actor's name from Most Dangerous Game. A legend, unbelievably incredible actor. And again, look at the set dressing. I'm always trying to think about this stuff. Yes, indeed, 15 likes. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Bear Knight, and thank you for getting the word out. Leslie Banks, thank you, Leslie Banks. Incredible actor, that guy. He was fantastic in that movie. Really good. Really good. You know, Leslie Banks. Have you seen The Man Who Knew Too Little, Sean? You'd probably enjoy it. Is that Bill Murray in that? Who's in that movie?
The time is very brief.
Is that the one with Bill Murray? Let me know. Cranberry Lanches.
Keep it, monsieur.
Look at that. I saw that costume in the museum up in Salem, Mass. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
You may change your mind.
Sean, you should rank the movies we've seen. Like most... Oh, you're right. That's a great idea. We should rank them. Yes, yes. Best compositions, most diaphanous. That's a great idea. Yes, Bill Murray. Absolutely love that movie. Awesome. Yeah, Bill's an amazing guy. Amazing career. Really. I really enjoyed his Rogan interview. Look at that, and then let the camera...
I'll find another way.
Beautiful shot.
There is no other.
Yeah, What About Bob is great too, by the way. Dreyfuss is great in that. They were really great playing off of each other. Have you done The Ghoul, another Karloff film? I think we've officially hit diaphanous something. Can I get a diaphanous once in the chat if this is sufficiently diaphanous? Yes, no, diaphanous? I think we're at diaphanous. I think we just hit a diaphanous home run. That was something. Hold on a minute. We gotta go back. I doff my cap, m'lady. Well played. You're a credit to the Force. Life is good. Yeah, it was a good movie. Baby Steps, Baby Steps. I remember that. Yeah, What About Bob was great. Yep, diaphanous silk. Absolutely right. Enough? No, but diaphanous. Yes. Where is Tammy D for reading it? Here we go, getting ready for our wedding.
Heaven or hell lies a mystery for me. You can raise me up to paradise, or you can blast my word into nothingness. There's time even yet, dear. I can make you the envy of every woman. I'd give my life to make you happy.
My God, man, you're walking her to her bow, and you're like trying to break it up.
Don't. Please.
Don't go into that room. We can be in Port-au-Prince in half.
Dude, you know?
The boat sailing at midnight.
No means no.
You've been so wonderful. Don't spoil everything. Now.
Snap.
One last gift before I lose you forever.
Oh, what could that be? Uh-oh. Low T effort. I hear you. There you go. Agreed, John. Yeah, I agree with that. Uh-oh. And then we've got a little ghoul hanging out. Look at that. It's a great shot. Nicely done. Yeah, they're not afraid to let figures get too small in the frame, which is something I also think about when it comes to comics.
We are gathered together,
You know,
here
giving
in
yourself
the
a nice
fight of
broad
God,
composition.
and in the face of this company,
Boy, he looks
join
wicked.
together this man, this woman,
Yeah, I don't think
holy
she'd respect him.
matrimony.
Agreed.
faith.
Agreed, John. Oh, man, what a shot. This guy is Dracula even when he's not Dracula. My God. Look at that. You know what's funny? His Dracula is iconic in terms of it's the Dracula for, you know, it holds its place. But his character in White Zombie, the way it's got that kind of Ra's al Ghul facial hair and all of that, you know that was an influence. You know? I mean, sure that was an influence for Doctor Strange. No doubt in my mind. That was like the kind of thing that influenced Doctor Strange. Look at that. Taking a knife and carving a candle. I love this. Yeah, he was trying to get a broad perspective. Yeah, absolutely right. What? Whoa. That's creepy. Wow. That's creepy. I'll tell you that right now. Look at that. He's got the Luciferian facial hair. My God. And now, what is he doing? Hail, Alpha Channel. Good to have you back. What is he doing? That's kind of odd. Is that a figure he's got right there? Oh, man. Is he, like, carving like a little version of her? Sir Christopher Lee adored this man. Yes, he did, and we adore Sir Christopher
Toast to the
Lee.
bride.
What a gentleman.
Beauty's queen.
Yeah. Voodoo indeed.
Gladly,
See-
my lord.
Oh, my. Look at that. Yep, voodoo. Yep, we got a confirmation from Terry 1111.
In the glass. Fair gypsy. Seek
There it
my
is.
fortune.
Yep, Mark's like voodoo doll. Mark sees it. Mac knows. Candle voodoo doll. It's really cool. Look at her
do you
gown.
see
It's
in the glass?
amazing, too. That's the stuff I want to paint when I do gothic horror.
Hospital.
If Nosfero and Laurel ever get hitched where you see it, which I don't know how that's going to work,
Is that all?
she'll be in a dress, something like that. Something simpler, though, but... Uh-oh. Guys, double exposures. Love it. Look at this.
What is it?
Love it. Hoodoo, voodoo, you do voodoo. Wow. Bela's gone and done it. Yep, iconic scene. 100% headless bourgeoisie. And here you go. What? Oh. Good God. Oh my God. Bela, man, my God. Ugh.
My wife. My wife.
Woo. Man, yeah, you ain't kidding about iconic scene. To be honest, it just looked like a candle to me. Seemed like it was being cute too easy. Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, being cut too easily. I got you. To be wood or something. Yep. Wow. Bela's looking at me now. Dear God, that scared me for a minute. Bela, stop. Good Lord, Bela just came for us. Yeah, how they explained unknown medical issues back in the day. Yep. My God, man. Oh, yeah, Chris Isaac's song, Voodoo, anyone? Yeah. Chris Isaac's the man. If you have a brother, a close friend, I don't care who, going through a tough breakup or trying to get over a tough breakup or having been through the mill, you get them a copy of Chris Isaac's Forever Blue. That's what a brother does. That's the way it is, man. Chris Isaak's Forever Blue is the best album you could ever listen to. It's incredible, man. You need it. You need it. Do some voodoo for him, yeah, indeed. Look at this, guys. Look at the shadows and his loneliness. Oh my God! Reflection in the spilled drink. Oh, this is good stuff, guys. This is really good stuff. Wow. Incredible. Yep. Incredible. One of those artists like to sing in my car. Yeah, of course. You gotta love it, man. I love Chris Isaak. Chris Isaak is the man. Yep. The Ramones' first album can help too. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you gotta have those stuff. Those are things that you pass on. I forget who it was, but I think when a friend of mine, maybe it was my brother-in-law when he was going through a tough time. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I've gotten a few people Forever Blue by Chris Isaak and said, put this on, man. It's the cure for... Oh, dude, these double exposures are awesome. Masterfully done. Now I just need a beautiful wide shot with a glass painting, and I'm all set, man. This is great. Great stuff. And really, we've just met this character. You know, we're not even 30 minutes into this movie. We've met these two characters. We've been introduced to this expansive world. And now, you know, we've seen loss and the tragedy of this. 28 minutes. 27:57 right now, time-wise, on this movie, guys. This is what it's about. It's about, you know, I'm at that point right now, and it's one of the ways I approach storytelling. Dear God, that's creepy. I love the cemetery on the hill. But I'm one of those people right now where if you can give me a good movie for an hour and 30 minutes, I'll pay you extra for less movie. I just want something like, I just don't want to read or watch anybody's thing that doesn't, like, get to the point. You know? And I do like a great story if there's I mean, I could watch a Kurosawa movie that's a couple hours long, or a David Lean movie that's a couple hours long, but not everything, you know? Look at these zombies. That hat is great he's wearing. Beautiful. Yeah, cemeteries are the best set pieces. Absolutely right. Yeah, he may be depressed, but he still knows how to dress. Agreed. Yep.
Once my master.
Oh, wow, look at this. That guy's gaunt.
I tortured out of him.
You look a bit dead, dude.
The swine, swollen with riches.
Here it is.
He fought against my spells unto the last. Even yet I have trouble to fight.
Wow. Beautiful.
His Excellency Richard.
Yep.
Once Minister of the Interior.
Absolutely right.
Garcia. Brigand Chief. Marquis.
Yep.
Captain of Gendarmerie.
Okay, this dude scares me. Those eyebrows are out of control, man.
Man.
You got to get that together.
The High Executioner.
I love it.
Almost executed me.
I mean, that dude is always Dracula. You know what I mean? Alpha Channel likes that. Hail Alpha Channel member. And Cranberry Landers 100. Yeah, great casting and makeup, guys. It's 1932. You're not even sure what you shot. You know, you're just trying to get this thing to work. And this is what you get out of it. I love it. Yeah, those eyes are crazy. Absolutely crazy. Moji, what's up? Hail all. Just enjoying the show. Hey to you as well, Moji. It's great to see you. Enjoy. That's what we're here for. Grab yourself a slice of pizza. What have we got there? Oh, yeah, and that's from the poster. They have that in the poster as, like, how he's controlling everyone. And I love this, too. Even though it's that kind of faux stone they've got there, you can tell that that's, you know, they don't have the real stone on there. It just makes for such a cool entrance to the Bat Cave, you know, the secret lair. Love it. Or the Crypt. Incredible stuff. Yep, at least on Beardy, 100%. Love it. Yeah, that's why I love doing Pizza Live on Thursdays at 10. It's like, it's just a great way right before the week ends. You know, when you get to the weekend. Just get a little inspiration, get a little art, get some hang time in. That's what it's about. Great stuff, man. Yep. Yeah, you probably couldn't tell wasn't real stone back in the day. And of course, what are they doing? They're grave robbing. And he's got his team of zombies to move her casket. Wow. Look at that. Oh, Bela. Nice hat. Oh, no. Dear God. And great shot. Look at the mist behind him in the light. Excellent, Bela. And, I should say, Victor, who filmed this. My God. Look at this. This is crazy shot. Look at these shots. These are beautiful. Wow. Crane shot and everything. Yeah, isn't that great? Beautiful. And, of course, they've got the dark and the night, and then they've got the bright casket, and she's almost, you know, floating in the coffin like Ophelia in all of those great paintings, you know, from Hamlet. You know, and, of course, all of those great, you know, film adaptations or anything else. Wow, look at that. And here he is in the same situation. White suit. They've got the crosses lit so that they're, you know, the value and everything looks great. Yep, ribbit, ribbit. Gotta do it. Gotta do it, yeah. The lighting is killer, man. I love this stuff. I love these films. These films really do transport you. Great stuff. Yeah, great stuff. You know what's right? You're probably right about that, John, as far as whether it's a crane shot or it's a tree shot. But I do know they did use a crane shot in, what's it called? A crane shot in... Oh, God, this poor dude. This poor man. They used a crane shot in the Spanish language 1931 Dracula. Shot simultaneously to the Bela Lugosi. Look at this shot through the arm.
She's not dead.
The cinematographer's going ham on this thing. And then, oh, then we pull back dolly shot.
Not dead.
I love those lamps, too. Those oil lamps. Those are great.
Die. The doctor signed a certificate. I saw them bury her. Now, wait a minute.
And this guy's like our Van Helsing. Yeah, they did some crazy stuff back then. Mark's given some representation right there to the frogs. That's right. We love it. Look at that, guys. I just love the architecture. I love that stuff. Like, the cool thing to me, Elektra Lives, amen, and Elektra is a freaking great book. I saw Bosch, I think, was Bosch talking about that? Who was talking about that today? Somebody's been talking about that. I looked at that book this morning. It's great. I love Lamb.
I kissed her as she lay there in the coffin.
Lamb. I knew what you meant, John, but I do love lamb Rogan joke. So, I don't eat a lot of Indian food, but when I do, I like lamb. It's good stuff. Isn't that great? Yeah, great work, guys. You know? Rocky, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Elektra Lives. Rocky's doing some great stuff, man. If you haven't seen my brother's channel, Rocky, we met when we were in art school together at RISD, and I've known him for 30 years. An incredible talent, Emmy-nominated director. All of us went on to have these really cool careers in the industry, so grateful. But this is your Van Helsing explaining to Harker, essentially. This is what's going on. This is great.
Was murdered so that somebody could steal her dead body? Ah, nonsense.
Incredible.
Not her body, yes, but not her dead body. That's what it is. Well,
great
surely
stuff.
You don't think she's alive?
Really
in
great
the hands
stuff.
Of natives?
Yep, Rocky 100%.
Oh, no, better dead than that. Excuse me, please. Have you got a match?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Lamb is always good in this house. Wow. Really cool.
You don't believe that, do you? Say,
this is something else.
There's been lots of people that's been pronounced dead that came alive again and lived for years.
Well, okay.
Now, if nature can play pranks like that...
something about the wood there with the spindles there when I'm painting, that's what I want to do. Yeah, where is that hobo, Rocky? Says Rock's Music Obsession. Agreed.
Believed he saw a dead man.
That's right, I am alive.
Walking.
Hey, Spaceman! It's great to see you, man. Better late than never. It's great to see you, brother. How you doing? We're watching White Zombie with the incomparable Bela Lugosi and some outstanding direction. Look at this wall of stuff. My God, the set decorators were getting it done. What is up, OV Ravioli? It's great to see you, my friend. Hail to you. I hope you are doing well. God, this is great.
The law of Haiti acknowledges the possibility of being
the lore. Here's the introduction to the lore of zombies, which will be rewritten by George A. Romero in about 30 years. Kind of incredible.
No.
You know? Absolutely right. It's great to see you. These movies never get old. Color gave us Hot Girls and then better effects. Yeah, you're right. It's true. These movies have something about them.
Article 49.
When I started reading Spider-Man comics,
the use of drugs or other
and I grew up on Spider-Man and cartoons, It
or
was
lifeless sleep.
the late 70s,
Shall
early
be
80s.
considered Attempted.
And then into the late 80s and 90s.
Attempted. Yes, I see. Yeah.
At that point, Spider-Man was 20-something years old.
Has been buried alive,
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are now
no matter what goes on,
almost
follow.
40 years old. That's how culture
Oh.
is. And these things stand the
You
test of
said
time.
that you couldn't understand why he was so interested.
That's why I tell people, when I do a book like
You think he
Springball or
did
I do a
this?
book like Nosfero, I'm just going,
I think it's fatal.
let's put this out there.
Fatal.
Let's make something cool, because you never know where it's going to go.
House first.
You know, when you back our books, whether it's Springball or Nosfero or CYBERFROG or Godlike or you know, Inglorious Rex or Battle Brick Road, you're buying like a little piece of a dream to make a dream happen, and sometimes that stuff goes places you never would have thought. You know, it's incredible. I don't think this was the first story of zombies. Someone will know what the first one was. There was a silent film, I'm at least sure. Doing well, stuff. Great. Glad to hear you're doing well, Spaceman. Watching hockey and pizza live. I love it, man. That's a great mix. A potent mix, as they say.
Because
Yep.
I'm a
Put it in
prisoner.
the ether and let God.
They think I'm a
Absolutely right. Let go and let God. That's how you got to do it. Yep.
Before we
Absolutely,
get
yeah. Even before the Renaissance, you're totally
we may
right.
uncover sin
And then we go back to the shot.
devil be ashamed of.
Look at that. We just went right back to the shot that we opened in. This cinematographer and director were on point. This is one of the best. Oh, there we go. There's our map painting. Look at this. The water's not moving and the clouds are Oh, there's the water moved just a little bit right there. Oh, excellent. Oh, shoot. Guys, look at this. Oh, this is excellent. I am now officially thrilled and happy with this movie. It just checked off all the items on my list. Gorgeous matte paintings, set extensions. Amen, Headless Bourgeoisie. Yep. Yep, good point. What we were all about. Absolutely right. This is why the dead were locked in morgues. 100% emo. But guys, those are some of the best set extensions and paintings you're going to see. And look at that staircase. So good. Yes, indeed, Diaphanous. That is right. Yeah, it looks like theater set, the depth of field. You're 100% right, Spaceman. There's an artist that I follow named Robert, or Robert, I'm not sure, but Robert Perziola. And look at her playing the piano in that zombie state. But Robert Perziola does some of the most incredible costume and set designs. He's probably one of the best living set designers for theater. And he paints and draws and does sets like John Singer Sargent. He's one of the most incredible artists I've seen. Just incredible. Yeah, look at her. Look at her beautiful face. That's incredible. We got 80 people watching on X and YouTube. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. If you feel like swinging over to YouTube and dropping a like, it would be appreciated. And thank you guys for following me on X. And check out Springball and check out Nosfero the Crypt Walker. The links are in the description on YouTube, and it should be pinned to the top of my X profile. So check out those books, guys, and thank you for being here. God bless you. Yeah, look at her. You know, look at her and look at the piano. Look at the locket. I mean, and the sort of spider web design on there. Just great stuff. Yeah, Robert Perziola, incredible artist. Incredible artist, Nomad Damon. He's got an X account, and you can see his stuff. Fantastic stuff.
Mad to do this.
Absolutely immaculate.
But if you'd have smiled on me, I'd have done anything for you.
Wow, this
Given
dude's a
you
sick
anything.
piece of work, isn't he? Yeah.
I thought that
What a
beauty
great
alone
actor.
would satisfy.
Oof, you got an automaton for
But
a
the
wife
soul
now,
is
dude. That's not
gone.
what you want. Matthew Yurick,
can't
one of the
bear
best
those
matte painters of the
empty,
70s and
staring
80s.
eyes.
Amazing artist. I love it when you guys drop that stuff in the chat
forgive
because
me, Madeline, forgive
it's
me.
a
I can't
force
bear it any
multiplier
longer.
on what we're doing here.
I must take you back.
Look at that. The guilt's getting to him.
Back to the grave, monsieur?
Look at that.
No. You must put the light back into her eyes and bring laughter to her lips. She must be gay and happy again.
Wow.
Paint a charming picture, monsieur. One that I should like to see myself.
Wow. Look at these shots, man. They're framing this through all of these foreground elements. This is outstanding work. Yeah, agreed, John. 100%. Yeah, that's creepy. She looks amazing. Yeah, she does. Do you guys see these sets? Yeah, pre-Corpse Bride is right, man. But you gotta remember, our boy Tim
You must bring her
was
back.
watching all of these movies. Tim Burton was just obsessed with Bela Lugosi. So much so that when he did Ed Wood,
Those eyes will regard
that was the dream. You know?
when the brain is able to understand.
Yep. This is honestly reminding me of the scene in Corpse Bride with Victor and trying to reconcile with Emily while she's playing the piano. I guarantee you it was an influence. God, look at that Widow's Peak. I mean, come on, man. What a great, great actor. He just made iconic characters. Yep, there you go. Matthew, is it Jurisic? Is that, I'm trying to think of how you pronounce it. Probably because he's probably Yuri would be the last name, but yeah, if you could spell it out phonetically, guys. But Matt Painter, genius.
Emptiness.
Yeah, dreadful
That's
emptiness.
It would be a pity to destroy such a lovely flower.
Amen.
Let's
Amen.
drink to the future of this flower.
Yep, Eddie
wine?
Munster's got nothing on that Widow's Peak. Look at that door, how
Silver,
great that is.
Bring wine. We have a toast to drink.
Yeah. You're kind of like a creepy Alfred, dude. But that is a little bit like a Wayne Manor. Guys, I'm getting so many comic book ideas from watching these movies. Oh, let's see. Jurisic like Rich. Got you. Jurisic like Rich. Gotcha. Look at this. I mean, this is
To the future, monsieur.
this has given me so many ideas, guys. Like, when I look at these movies, I'm just like... Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Only a pinpoint, monsieur. In a flower. Or perhaps a glass of wine.
Wow.
What are you trying to do to me?
I have other plans for mademoiselle.
Whoa, it's a
I'm
double
afraid
cross. Ming
I'm
the
the
Merciless, 100%. 100%. Yeah, this man...
can
Timmy
take
Mello
you
is my brother,
a
man. He's got it.
fancy to you.
Yep, this man is the devil.
Silver! Silver!
Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Oh, great camera work, guys. Look at that. Come on now. Look at that. His brother Richard was a wonderful painter as well. Look at that, guys. Oh, no. Now it's the zombie parade coming in here with all of this. Look at this. God, that dude creeps me out. You know what he looks like? He looks like the Indian guy in Temple of Doom. That, like, the giant guy that he fights with who gets crushed under the big wheel drum. That's totally what he looks like. I think he was even filmed that way, because for those of you guys who don't know, the giant Indian guy who Indiana Jones fights in Temple of Doom was not Indian. He was painted up to be brown, but he's the same guy who played the big German guy in Raiders of the Lost Ark. He was in Patrick Roach was his name. A really great actor. Oh, dang. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh. Butler is down. We have a Butler down. Yeah, if you could bottle up that villainous charisma and compose a character from it. Amen. There it is. Yep. Yep, that's most heavily influenced by what's available. Yeah, look at this. So now his butler is gone. Man. Yeah. Dear God. I don't think that's a raven. at your door.
You.
Wow. Hey, what's up, Antoine Dennison? The professor is in the house. It is great to see you, my man. Great to see you.
No, not that. Not that.
Dang. Dang. And here we go. Look at that contrast, the two white horses.
Yeah. I've known him.
Beautiful.
Great old fella. I don't know just where.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, those screams are not good for the soul, man. Those are intense, man. Yeah. Everybody's giving their respects, saying hello to Antoine Dennison, Cranberry Landry saying hello, John saying hello. Lots of love, man. Timmy Mello saying hello. Emo Trash is still recovering from the screams. Yeah, great sound design and sound effects in this movie. Absolutamente. Indeed. So true. Comrade Sammy, how's it hanging? Antoine Dennison. There you go.
And the wonder.
These ghouls, man.
One for the
Look at that. Wow. Yeah, exactly. You know what? It's for the contrast. What's up, Bosch? How are you doing, brother? I just played your trailer at the start of the show, man. Guys, go to the description if you have not backed PIGMAN by Bosch. Check it out. Bosch Foston's PIGMAN is listed in the Support Independent Creators at the bottom of the description here. It's got its own section with a Statue of Liberty. Check it out, guys. Bosch is a great dude. And doing some awesome work, too. Of course, brother. Anytime, Bosch. Happy to do it. And again, you know, just the way that they handle things with the white hat on the dark ground there so you know where to look. You got that nice high contrast note. It's interesting, too, because all of these movies were so heavily watched by that generation coming up. It's really easy to see the white hat with the black on it in the jungle and think of Raiders of the Lost Ark and Belloc, you know? Incredible. Renee Belloc. Incredible stuff, guys. Everybody saying hello to Bosch. Back, yo. Yes, indeed. Back that book. I backed it twice because there were two covers I had to have. It's the way it is. Look at this.
There is an evil spirit man.
This is incredible stuff.
Murder.
Yep. It's just, I love that. Yep, right. Nice catch about the placement of certain hues on the black and white movies. Yeah, guys. And again, look at that same white hat in the background of this beautiful, probably a glass shot, because you've got a character in the foreground, so that's what I would get. Or it's a double exposure. It could also be a double exposure, but it's probably more likely a 45-degree glass shot. And the thing about this is, too, is that, you know, when you see work by people like Bosch, and I should know because I was studying that work when I made the trailer, Bosch really understands that. Like, the people that influenced him, artists like Alex Toth and all of the folks that we grow up on, really understood the sweet science of that rhythm of having the black and white values on the page in order to lead the eye through. And that's one of the things I dig. And you're seeing it here. You see it in the great... Dear God, that bird is terrifying. That is a scary bird. My God. Jesus. Yeah. Get a table for one, guys. Oh, yeah, get table for one, guys. It's great. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Another Bosch piece. Check out that book as well. Yep. I mean, I love this stuff. That bird, I do not love. That bird is scaring the hell out of me, man. That's not like Poe's Raven. That's something else. Yep. Absolutely. Balanced black and white on the panel page book. So important. Even when you're working in color, as we both know, right? It's you got to understand the value. You know, you got to understand it.
Please lie down, right?
I wonder if he was influenced by Hieronymus Bosch. You're not even kidding, man. Now that is some insane work. My God.
You right. Let me go up.
Yeah, God, who was I talking to about Hieronymus Bosch the other day? I think it might have been Mrs. Ingetti. I think we were talking about it because she did have, if I'm not mistaken, she had a student who was interested in studying that work. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that was the case. Yeah, Antoine Dennison, the professor, is just going to drop Hieronymus Bosch into a conversation. Oh, God, guys. Did you guys see that beautiful composition? And amen, bow to Mrs. Ingetti. That is, that is the stuff that dreams are made of, and I need to do a quick pause. You know, besides this, of course, which we love. This is great, but I must do a pause on that shot just so that we can appreciate that for just a second, guys. Come on. That is beautiful. Look at this. This is Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. This is everything, you know. It's like that's where this influence comes from. What a vision. And yes, indeed, Madame and Jetty. 100%. Yep. I love how Sean fakes like he talks with anyone other than Mrs. Andretti in real life. Guys, you guys haven't seen Mrs. Andretti. She could basically be, you know, Norma Bates sitting over there, that poor thing. Terrifying. Although I'm going to be honest with you, I do have my art lessons when I'm teaching. We do the painting classes where I'm teaching Eric Weathers some traditional media stuff. He is kicking ass, by the way, in acrylic right now. Incredible stuff to see Eric getting to his Eric has got a Eric has needed to paint, and now that he's painting, it's great to see, man. It's great to see. His facility is fantastic with it. All practical effects, real locations, beautiful. Amen. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition, Darth Gutierrez. I'm with you 100%. Look at this. Come on. This is art. And then look at these wipes, man. I'm going to have to put on Seven Samurai after this.
Madeline.
Yep. Look at this. Look, guys. I need to paint that for Nosfero. I'm going to have to paint that. Of course, the professor never won to be outdone. The Injetress. Or is that the Injetrix? It's the Injetress, I think. We're going to go with that one. Antoine. Dear God, man. I still crack up when I think about your trailer comment from the other week, man. Dear God. Mr. E sitting back with the baseball bat in hand, making sure Sean says, yeah, says all the right things. Yeah, Mrs. E, I got you, man. Yeah, beautiful shot. And she's a vision, isn't she? You know? Artists giving their all, no holding back. That's Comicsgate in a nutshell, man. Absolutely true. The way that they've got the shadow dropped there so that she stands out, even against their white aprons, is really incredible. And look at this poor guy. Making his way up there. Wow. And like she can sense it. And again, an arch within an arch. Dude, do not, please don't. Don't do it. Don't walk right into that. Oh, God. Look at this. This has got to be one of the coolest locations. I love this stuff, man. Oh, my God. Yeah, when I had said I had done a trailer and you said to me, you said in the chat, I want you to do me a trailer. My trailer has leaks in the roof. It just killed me, man. Yeah, they are slow moving. It depends, though. If they got a hold of you, you're going to wish they sped it up. Yeah, I should absolutely paint that emo. These are great shots. That's what you look for. You know, it's Anders Ericsson said in his research about in this beautiful book he did called Peak, where he talked about the research that was misrepresented in the 10,000 Hours by Malcolm Gladwell. The real research was not put in 10,000 hours. It was very specific what you needed to do. But he talked about the idea of how important it is to have mental models and use your memory to have all these compositions in your head so that you can then start to play with them. And this is how you get mental models, studying stuff like this. Yeah, this is Sparta moment. He almost did. Yep, that room is amazing. And look at him. Just an incredible, look at that. Look what we're carving here.
You see, you are the first man to know what is happening.
Wow. Carving that candle.
None of the others did.
Look at him. He's like, I'm turning you into my slave, and you're the first person to know what's happening as it's happening. None of the others did. What a dark villain he is. Outstanding. Yes, that's Bela Lugosi, man. Bela Lugosi in White Zombie, and he is just chewing up the scenery. I love it.
Well.
Yep. I saw that
We
costume
understand each
because
other
it's
better
owned
now.
by Kirk Hammett, the guitarist of Metallica, and his exhibition of his horror work was at the Salem, Massachusetts Museum, the PEM, and I got to see that costume. The actual costume used for the film, or one of them, the single suit, almost like had a Nehru collar to it. Yeah, he's like Dracula mixed with the devil in this. I mean, he's crazy. And look at this intrepid adventurer trying to rescue the wife that he thinks is dead. Oh my God, guys, this is a crazy castle. Look at all that water. Yep, Darth Gutierrez saying, at Bosch Foston, hail Comics Gate Kings. Indeed, man. Indeed. Oh gosh, guys, look at this. Fantastic. My God, I miss movies like this. And then, oh, look at that. Dark on light. That was an outstanding value transition. My God, and then look at this extended... Oh, God, this is fantastic. That's a beautiful glass shot. Beautiful. Yep, incredible. Have to watch this, Bosch. Highest recommendation. The director and cinematography was on point. Incredible. Yeah, I missed the days before OSHA, 100%, John. Look at this stuff, guys. Come on now. This is some good stuff. Really good stuff. And, I mean, beautiful. Beautiful extensions of set. You had to understand composition so well to be working with the glass and the lighting. Amen. Aces, right? Darth Gutierrez, I mean, this is, like, spot on. Great flick. Yep, I was already sold on visiting Massachusetts. Yep, between you and Rocky, yep, y'all have be ready to go. Absolutely right, man. Watching the replay of this for sure. Yeah, absolutely, Spaceman, and thank you so much. I appreciate it. Look at this. This is the move. This is the move of control once he's got you under his spell. And look at that. Picture this on the movie screen. You've got to have this face, 40 feet tall on the screen. And God, my heroes are film restorers who preserve all of this. This is beautifully restored and handled the way they did this. Look at the detail of these shots and this film. And really, what an absolutely beautiful vision she is. And then that white dress taking us there. It's incredible. Just incredible. That's right, almost 100 years old, and it looks great. Couldn't agree more. And then look at his staging. Absolutely fantastic. And look at her. Here she comes. She's almost kind of wearing one of those classic Renaissance sort of gowns. Looks like a Maxfield Parrish painting. It's beautiful. And that's diaphanous for my money. Oh my God, look at her. And look at the dark on light. And here we go again, guys. Watch it happen. This is staged so well. Gosh, outstanding. Yep. Oh my God. Look at the value on this. Through the stairs. I love it. Through the railing on the stairs, and then her dress has the same icon. Just incredible. My God, this is good. Right? Bosch, you know what I'm talking about, man? Look at this. Beautiful classical composition as he's being zombified. Oh, man. Great work. Yeah, you're right. This is more diaphanous than what she was wearing earlier. Oh, no. He's powerless to stop her. Oh, no. Oh, Bela with the little smile. Beautiful, Bela. Yeah, that's actually a great point. Being this old, it still holds up on its aesthetic alone. Yeah, absolutely. And again, film restorers are my heroes. This was lovingly restored, and it's beautiful. I'm so grateful to them. Oh, look at that. And so she's got the knife, and she's going up towards the man that she was supposed to marry, completely entranced in the zombie trance. Incredible. Wow, Bela. What a legend, and here you go. Look at this. Here it comes. Oh, man. Yep. Yep, Dick Dastardly was based on his old stuff. Absolutely, yeah, I bet. Look at this. Oh, my God. Uh-oh. What? My God. What is going on? Oh, what a vision. Wow. That is incredible. Yep. Deus Ex Hand. Yeah, it's supposed to. It's Machina. Yep. Christ is Frieder. I'm not even kidding. That's what it was. When do you plan on streaming again? So I'm going to be streaming sometime between now and Pizza Live. So every Thursday I'm going to be trying to get back after these. If I can get 54 public domain movies that we can get in rotation every year. Oh my God, look at this. Oh, wow. Incredible, look at this. Don't do it. Oh no. And I love the idea of the hand coming in and stopping her like the hand of fate. I know it might seem hokey, it might seem like, but in this type of movie where they're doing so much creatively, it's perfect. Yep, absolutely. Oh, I'm so glad, man. We're gonna keep having fun. That's what we do.
Oh,
look at her,
darling.
but she's not back.
What have they done to you?
She's fighting, but she's not back. He's still a monster, man. Look at, but Bela, man. How can you hate Bela? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look, again, this shot is incredible. This can take the Pepsi Challenge with both the English and Spanish versions of Dracula from 1931, which the Spanish version is a bonus feature on the releases of Dracula. They were shot at the same time on the same set. So it was a Spanish language Dracula for a Spanish Pacific audience. Here you go. Look at this guy. Coming in. Oh my God. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, gentlemen, I'm out. Take care, Darth. At Jonathan Jenny. Tharp, thank you for the streams. Good one, boys. Take care, brother. And I'll see you around. I'll see you around these chats, okay? Take care, man. Look at this. Oh my God. Oh! Down goes Bela. Uh-oh. Run. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Yeah, it is fantastic. Yep, and look at them. They all go walking right off. And now she's starting to come to. I tell you what, she looks like Betty Boop with those eyes. Incredible. Look at this. Wow. And the nice soft focus there. She's coming out of her trance. Like lemmings off a cliff. You're absolutely right. He took a little tumble. Now, where's our boy? Where's Bela? Yep, like anime eyes. You aren't even kidding, man. How's your father? And look, now she sees him. True love, all of that. Breaking the spell. Oh, dear. Uh-oh. When he comes to, she goes back into her state.
Madeline, don't you know me, dear? It's Neil.
I could swear. For a moment she recognized you.
That's right.
Come on, don't let him get away.
Uh-oh. What are you doing, Bela? What does this movie not have? This guy is Batman. Uh-oh. Look behind him. Look behind him. We got a shadow on the wall. Wow. That is very Snow White. And now, now his last act as a free man. Oh! Oh! Dang! There is no doubt Walt Disney saw this, man. Woo! No flux capacitors, indeed. My God. Yep, Devil Bird turns on him, and now she's back. And everyone responsible. There you go. Yep, serious, indeed. Yeah, take that creepy bird with you.
I dreamed.
I dreamed. There you go.
Excuse me, please. Have you got a match?
Seriously, man? Beautiful end titles, by the way. The End, well done. White Zombie is got to be in my top 10 for movies we've checked out here on Pizza Live. Pizza Live. The old man, shortly after this in the director's cut, they throw him over the cliff. Don't interrupt a kiss between two people like that. You know, I mean, I'm just saying. Yes, indeed. 10 out of 10. Terry, crack Terry up. Well, that scream was something. Yes, it was. That looked like Gandalf at the end. You're absolutely right. Guys, thank you so much for checking out Pizza Live, Pizza Live. I appreciate you all, Timmy Mello and everybody. I have got to go get back to work, guys. But if you haven't checked out Springball or Nosfero the Crypt Walker and you like the cut of my jib and you enjoy my love of pulp and horror and all of this great stuff, and you know, compositions and shots, check that out. Also check out Bosch Foston's Pigman. Anna, that Star Wars girl, her book The Eye Project is there if you want some beautiful paintings. Anna the artist is just kicking butt on that campaign, and I'd love to see that get to 100 backers and get to its funding goal, because it's still not there, guys. There's also CYBERFROG 3. There's also Battle Brick Road, which is still available. If you've not gotten the poster book for Battle Brick Road and you've always wanted to have a print of my stuff at 11x17, that is something that is here. And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that we did have a super chat earlier, and now I've got to remember. Super chat. Here we go. We have a super chat right here from Nomad Damon. Thank you so much. I've got to play some cheerleaders before I get out of here, so these are for you, Nomad Damon. Thank you for the $5 super chat. And here you go, my friend. Oh my gosh, Nomad Damon again. My stars and garters, my cup runneth over. Good night, Jonathan chat. Thank you, Nomad Damon. So we're going to have to do 2 rounds of this. Here we go. Cheerleaders, cheerleaders. We must have cheerleaders forthwith.
Charge!
That second one always scares me, but you know what? We got to do 2 rounds because this is how it goes.
Charge!
It gets scary at the Waffle Lodge when it's Pizza Live. Thank you guys so much for being here from the heart of Lovecraft Country, in the birthplace of American religious liberty. My name is Jonathan Jetty. You've been watching Jonathan Jetty Art, and you've been watching Pizza Live. Pizza Live, guys. Tune in for more cool comic book stuff on this channel. As I always like to say, speak easy, stay gold, keep the faith, and peace be with you guys. Thank you so much. Give nihilism no quarter, and good night to all of my wonderful people watching, and especially to my channel members. Your names are about to be in the credits, so thank you so much for everything you do, guys. I love having you guys here. I love doing these streams because we get to have a little bit of fun and get away from it all. You know what I'm saying? So take care, John. Take care, Cranberry Langers. God bless you. Thank you so much. I will find some sleep sometime. Emo, thank you so much. Timmy Mello, absolutely no cheerleaders were harmed during the making of that ad. God bless you, man. Good night to you as well, Comrade Sammy. I appreciate it. Vielen Dank. Auf Wiedersehen, my friend. From the heart of Lovecraft Country, from the heart of Shanth, absolutely right, straight to you guys. God bless. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you guys very, very soon. And here are your names in the credits for all my channel members. Take care, guys.